Broadcasting live from the Jersey Shore, it's Coach Kev on the Damage 365 Radio Network.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Damage 365 Radio. This is episode number 24. I am your host, Coach Kev, along with my co-host via satellite today is Nick the Beard. Nick, how you doing today?
Doing great. 2 shows, twice as much fun today.
Feeling very legendary today. JT has the day off, but he was with us yesterday. Legends of the Ring. We had an awesome time yesterday. We had a lot to cover, and it's just going to be a very awesome experience today. As always, we will have a fun-packed show. We'll have some callers, some interviews in our 2-part show today. So don't, when we go off the air after the first show, stay tuned. About 10 minutes after that, we will be going to part 2 of that show. And when that show is completed, about 10 minutes after that, as always, on Sundays, we'll have our Alumni Clubhouse report. So all yous from the Alumni Co-Ed Softball League are tuning in for this show. Don't forget, we have your show later on today. So without further ado, let's get into our birthdays and some shout-outs. And it's shout-out time, ladies and gentlemen. As always, we like to reach out to you, the fans, and our friends of the show to wish you guys happy birthdays or give you a little shout-out to something spectacular that's taken place during this week. Happy birthday to Damage alum and Hall of Famer and one of my best friends on this planet, Jessica Harbeck LaRoche. Happy birthday, Jess. Happy birthday to Alumni Softball League mates Dan Melius, Carrie Porto, and Tommy Christopher. Happy birthday to all 3 of you, and congratulations to Damage Athletics outfielder Rachel Longo on graduating college this past weekend. Congratulations, and happy birthday to all of you and everybody out there celebrating their birthday today with Damage 365 Radio. It's tournament time. The semifinal results of our best WWE wrestlers that never won the World Heavyweight Championship, meaning the WWF or the WWE brand title. And what a very interesting semifinals it's going to be. Round 4 is complete. In the books, history, as Arn Anderson defeated the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase in the top bracket. And it was Tito Santana defeating, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat defeating Tito Santana, setting up the first of our final 4, Nick. Arn Anderson versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Great matchup. I picked both of those guys to advance, and what a matchup it is. It's such a hard decision on who would come out on top in that match. I'm going to go with Ricky Steamboat in this matchup.
I'm going to go with the Enforcer, AA, Arn Anderson. One of these matches that probably neither one is the wrong decision.
Exactly.
You got 2 technical beasts. I mean, Arn Anderson, a little bit different in build. He's more like the burly offensive lineman, where Ricky Steamboat's more of the tall, leaner, more cut and defined type wrestler, but both very, very good at what they do. Ricky Steamboat relies on speed and, uses the top ropes a lot, where R. Anderson is more kind of in your face, spine busters, suplexes, power bombs, things like that. And that's going to be very interesting. So we go to the next bracket, and it was Dean Malenko defeating Ravishing Rick Rude. And it was that Canadian guy defeating Harley Race, setting up an unbelievable bottom bracket. Dean Malenko against that Canadian guy.
Again, I went 4-0 last week. I picked both of those guys to advance. Dean Malenko, that Canadian guy, two of my top 5 favorite wrestlers of all time. Great matchup. Dean really didn't get as much exposure in a main event scene when he was in WCW. He was very much in the cruiserweight division. He was with the Radicals when they came over from WCW. Didn't get too much main event exposure, whereas that Canadian guy did get a lot of main event exposure. I'm going to go that Canadian guy.
And I'm going to go Dean Malenko. No shock there. Dean Malenko, always on the top of my list when it comes to the greatest technical wrestlers of all time.
Absolutely.
I am not going with Dean Malenko because of the history of that Canadian guy outside the ring. You know, this tournament is inside the ring, because if it was outside the ring, he wouldn't even be in the tournament to begin with. But I'm going to go with Dean Malenko on this one. So,
which is another matchup that you can't go wrong either way.
Exactly. So
that's the best thing about both these matchups is you can't lose. It's a win-win situation for the fans, regardless of who advances to the finals. Because we could see Arn Anderson versus Dean Malenko. We could see Arn Anderson versus that Canadian guy. Like it's just the matchup's so good.
I agree. All right, so to recap it, Arn Anderson against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. We are split on that one. And Dean Malenko against that Canadian guy, and we are also split on this one. So somebody is going 2-0, and somebody's going 0-2. So we'll see what happens. And we are also want to proudly announce that while we were at Legends, Nick and myself decided that we needed to create another tournament and get it ready for when this tournament was over, because it's almost coming up on the year anniversary of the Intercontinental Championship tournament. So we want to get that going for the second straight year. But before that, we decided to go with the top 64 greatest female wrestlers of all time. And that means WWE, WCW, ECW, and even in the independent market, names have made this list. So the greatest 64 of all time, we'll release those names after we announce the finals of the greatest to never win the WWF WWE heavyweight title next week. So then we'll start the tournament. So by the time we announce a winner for this tournament, we'll be getting right into round 1 of the female tournament, and that's going to be a good tournament, to say the least. I have to say that.
I've seen the bracket already, and it's stacked. The 64 women that we put on that list are all top-notch wrestlers, and the tournament's gonna be absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I'm stoked about that. One lady who will not be on that list is one of our interviews. We had the pleasure of interviewing her live and on radio a couple of times. She is an indie mainstay, a ring valet and manager, and the holder of Mr. Money. We like to play the interview that we had with the very, very, very lovely and very, very sweet Destiny. So here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Destiny, I hope you're listening, and thank you.
Interesting. She must be freezing her ass off.
We're live from Legends of the Ring in Monroe, New Jersey, and we're with Destiny once again. Thanks for coming back.
Hi, how are you?
I'm awesome. I got JT and I got Nick on, basically bookending you in. So now you can't leave.
Don't matter, I can't leave anyway.
Yeah. So how you enjoying Legends?
It's amazing. You can't move. I can't even fathom how many people are in here. Every single room is the same. It took me an hour to get back to you guys.
Well, it took me about 20 minutes to find the bathroom. So I had to cut through like 6 lines to find the bathroom. I found the pool. That didn't help. So
yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
You wouldn't be welcome back. Don't be in the pool.
No peeing in the pool. So did you come here to see anybody in particular?
Let me see. I came here to see all my friends. I came here to see Damage 365 Radio.
Yeah. That's a free plug, folks.
That's free plug. What's your special cheap pop? Came here to see Cody and Al and Scott Hall and Jerry Lawler and Rick Martel.
Not Rhyno. He's sitting right next to Al Snow. That's not nice.
That's all right. He knows.
It's because you didn't bring him a diet.
And there's so many people here that I didn't recognize.
It's a habit, you know.
I didn't see Damien though.
Everybody gets older and they start looking different, whether naturally or otherwise.
Naturally or
naturally, I'm old, so
enhanced or
yeah, enhanced. You know, put some hair gel in today. We're enhanced.
You wearing hair gel?
No.
No.
No, El Natural, yo. So what's coming up in 2014 for Destiny?
Let me see, doing a couple TV spots up in Connecticut. The summer always slows down for me, so I'm very happy because I need a break. I like the beach. I want to relax. I'm tired. So like just one show in July, and of course I got double booked on one date in August already, and that's unreal. But hoping to see Americans Championship Wrestling start running again.
Part 2.
Yes, it'll happen. It'll happen.
Well, I look forward to it. I mean,
yeah, it'll happen.
You know,
we'll fix things.
Pardon our French, but shit happens. And, you learn from your mistakes, you move on, and that's it. You know,
we'll fix things.
I mean, overall, the show wasn't bad. I mean, it was really quick. I mean, they got a lot of matches in a short amount of time. The matches were good, very good, and
that's because we would have been there till 1 o'clock in the morning if it wasn't for.
It was just sad that a lot of people backed out, and the venue didn't really turn out much. I mean, that venue easily can turn out about 1,000 people.
Oh, no problem.
And I mean, they could sell tickets in the restaurant just to eat and watch it from up top. I mean, it was. When I first walked in there, I was like, wow, like, they packed this place, it's going to be so loud.
And they should have packed that place.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunate things happen in this business. People are ruthless.
Oh, yeah. I think a lot of what happened is people that he thought were his friends showed their true colors.
Yeah, it's a cutthroat business. It's very competitive. Instead of each company helping each other, which you would think makes more sense, one indie company helping the other, because, if somebody goes to the wall and has a really, really great show, that helps other companies that might want to move into wall, because now the community knows that a great show was put on there, so let's go to this show. It can only be, the same or better, but instead it's just like everybody just the stabbing in the back crap. Maybe.
Exactly. Like tonight,
really
there's 3 super shows tonight.
Yes. PWS is putting on one. Are you attending that one tonight?
Yes. Yeah.
We will not.
And there's House of Hardcore, and then there's New in Connecticut.
Okay.
But, I mean, great that they're doing this, but something's got to give. Where's everybody going to go?
Yeah, I mean, you can only spread yourself so thin, and you can only get so much talent, but I guess they got a big pool to pull from.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, House of Hardcore always draws phenomenal numbers. They were in Poughkeepsie, New York last night. I know Kazarian and Daniels were there last night. They usually draw really big numbers because of a lot of the talent that they draw in.
I think that, Tommy's a great guy, so I think that's going to be the show that's going to probably get the biggest pop this weekend.
Yeah. That's what Tommy Dreamer is?
Yeah, that's Tommy Dreamer.
But I would love to know the numbers here. I can't even fathom how many people are here. We're not even parked in the parking lot here. We're parked all the way in the back in another building that's closed for the day.
We got here at 7:30 this morning, and there was a line around the building already.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I mean, I just to go see Caitlin, was wrapped around the table twice, and then the line was outside in the hallway. So, I mean,
the competitiveness of the business.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, plus,
it's awesome.
The fans are great. The fans are loyal. They want to see who they watch on TV. They want them to meet and greet.
I ran into a fan from San Diego. Or, no, he's San Francisco, I'm sorry. He said he came from San Francisco because they don't have anything like this out here. The conventions don't compare. I was like, San Francisco?
I must have been some crazy ass fan just to come get a couple autographs. It's an expensive weekend. But, hey, they had some fun, you know. After the show, they can shoot down to the shore, go to the boardwalk, play some skee ball, and then head on home.
The most expensive part of the trip will be going to the shore.
We spend the rest of the day waiting online for the boarding.
I think we need to talk about your beach house that you're going to invite everybody to. In Orlando, not your beach house, excuse me, Orlando's in the middle. Duh.
Yeah.
Everybody listening, Kev's throwing a beach party down in Orlando.
I know.
Don't worry, you're all invited.
Yes.
Anybody listening?
Wait by your mailbox in 2015. It'll be there soon.
BYOB.
Yeah, BYOB. Probably BYOC. Anybody doesn't know that's bring your own chair.
Kev's just supplying the roof. That's
Yeah,
it.
I'll give you some ice.
Food.
Yeah, BYOF too. Bring your own food.
We'll just go sit at the bar in the resort.
Here I am saying beach house, Orlando's in the middle. Duh.
Yeah, there is no
We'll make our own beach.
Bring your own beach.
And
We'll dig out a moat.
Yeah, bring your own ocean. So anything you like to add wrestling wise?
let me see. Help me out.
Help you out?
Yeah, help me out. I'm exhausted, so help me out.
Talk about maybe chaperoning, aka valeting, aka managing.
Chaperoning.
I don't know.
It's not a field trip.
Damien needs chaperoning.
Yeah, well,
And Mr. Money.
Mr. Money needed a shoulder.
Yeah, Mr. Money needed Mr. Money needed help.
I don't know what to call it these days because so many people listen to certain things. They're like, oh, I'm a ring chaperone. I'm like, all right.
I have never heard the word chaperone.
I'm like, you're a valet? They're like, yeah. I'm like, oh. And then they're like, well, you know, I'm also
Valet/manager.
I'm also a manager. And I'm like, well, I think of a manager as someone that's kind of like a coach. You know, the guy's down, you're screaming in his face to get up.
I do that.
Like that. You know, valet, I see more of as...
Except every time I raise my voice with Mr. Money on the shoulder, I
You know, the valet I see more is that they come down, they look nice, and they really don't do anything.
They park your car.
Yeah, the chaperone is...
what am I, cock popping? Is that what you're trying to say?
I didn't say that.
Chaperoning is more the let me help you to your car because you had a rough night.
Chaperone.
But
I've done that. I've done that very involuntarily quite a few
what's
times.
been your favorite experience this year so far?
Just this year?
Yeah, well, I mean we're halfway through already.
We had you on at the beginning of 2014.
Yeah, we had you at the very beginning. We had you, very, very early in the year. So.
Well, I had fun getting jumped by Al. I had a good time with Mr. Money.
We had that on video.
Yeah, I heard.
Yep.
My God, there's so many. I work for a bunch of companies. I have a great time.
No, we only see you when you were at JCW.
I gotta get you out towards Pennsylvania, like in Valor and places like that. You know, nice 4-hour road trip, one way.
I have no problem.
For me, Pennsylvania,
I have no problem with Pennsylvania. I have family in the Poconos.
I just go with the flow.
Like if you pull up on YouTube one time, York versus Shields, and you'll get to see me managing True Talent Bobby Shields against Christian York, and he decides to jump on me on the ring and donkey spot me around.
I mean, you told us what you're doing this summer. Anything that you're looking forward to towards the end of the year that you haven't booked yet, but maybe have an idea of?
Actually, something's coming up, and it's like right now it's sort of on the down low.
Okay.
But what had happened is that a couple of years back, I guess we're doing 2 years back, our freshman class was saving money so they could have a spectacular senior prom.
Okay.
Their sophomore year, they're still saving money. Sophomore year, Hurricane Sandy hit, and so these kids that are now juniors went and gave all their money to Hurricane Sandy victims.
Oh, wow.
Now they don't have a prom.
Yeah.
So now I'm doing a show in August, from what I'm gathering, and I think it's a great cause to raise these kids money so they can have their senior ball back.
That's great.
That's awesome.
I'll be able to fill you in more about that when it comes closer, but right now,
chaperoning that?
I'll be chaperoning it. I think I'm ring announcing, but same difference.
You're going to be the ring announcer and prom chaperone.
Prom chaperone, yes. Maybe somebody will bring me a corsage. I don't know.
Oh, that would be adorable.
You'll have your whole arm filled up.
That would be adorable. You'd be like the smallest kid in the class.
But I thought that was like just the sweetest thing. And I was like, how could I pass up this show? I mean, I had to turn down another booking, and I'm like, no, the kids need their prom.
It's a great cause.
Yeah.
You only get, you're only in high school once. I mean, it's for most people.
Unless you're my brother and you're on the 6-year plan. Sorry, Brian.
Okay, basically knew every kid in high school then, didn't he?
Well, we thank you for your time.
Well, thank you again. I always have fun with you.
And that totally didn't sound right, but
that's right.
I'll take it.
Hey,
and,
hey, like I said, if you saw my Facebook page with the Mr. Money pics and the private messages, that was nothing.
Grab some people, bring them over here. Like, go grab Booker T.
Oh yeah, just go grab Booker T.
Tell him to spin-a-rooney his way over here.
Do a spin-a-rooney on the table.
We'll get Al and Rhyno, and hopefully Ezekiel Jackson.
I was trying to get Cody, but
he's looking kind of scared.
His dad's like, no.
You can get his dad.
No, his dad won't do it. He's afraid he'll say the wrong thing and be wrestling politically incorrect, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of like the Jerry Lawler thing. All right, well, thank you.
Thanks again.
We'll talk to you soon.
You bet.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Destiny live at Legends of the Ring in Monroe, New Jersey.
And that was Destiny, ladies and gentlemen. We love interviewing her. It's just like sitting down, having a chat, and forgetting that the microphones are on. We kind of got carried away talking about everything, you know. Bring your own beaches, bring your own chairs.
Houses, bringing your own ocean.
Her doing a spin-a-rooney on the table to get Booker T over, you know, all that ridiculousness. And let's get into Nick DeBeer did an interview with Zeke the Freak, Ezekiel Jackson. So let's get into that. Here's Ezekiel Jackson with Nick DeBeer.
This is Nick DeBeer reporting for Damage 365. I'm here with Ezekiel Jackson. How you doing today, Zeke?
We call myself Big Zeke.
Big Zeke. How's everything going today?
I'm doing great, man.
You enjoying the fans?
Yeah, this is why I do it. It's the opportunity to come back and just meet the fans. Right?
Absolutely.
They get a chance to see someone they see on TV, and they can come up and be like, "Hey, I can talk to this guy."
Absolutely, absolutely. Have you been interacting with any old friends that you might not have seen in a while? Or?
So the older kind over there, Hurricane.
Yeah.
I just went to the other room and saw AA, Arn Anderson, you know what I mean? Howard Finkel. So, you know, Tatanka. For me, I'm still a fan.
Yeah.
To see Tatanka and freaking meet some of the guys I've never met before. Just met Hernandez and freaking oh God, I can't even think. I'm just meeting everybody. I'm still a fan. I still watch, and I still, you know, get a chance to meet people. I'm excited to do it.
Absolutely. So, what can we expect from Big Zeke in 2014? What do you got coming up?
I'm just doing, you know, again, I wrestle. I'm going to do. I much rather do signings.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, just some of the stuff I just don't want to just go out there wrestling just because.
Yeah.
I want to make sure it's people that I want to work. You know, I want to people I've always wanted to work. There's a bunch of people in my head that I would love to work.
Yeah.
If a promoter calls me with those, I'll gladly do it. Well, 2014, right now I'm back in LA. You know, I'm acting. I'm promoting my website. It's www.physique.com.
Okay.
PHYSZEKE.com. Where I'm doing online training and, you know, chance to get back with my knowledge of fitness to the fans. So a lot on my plate.
Absolutely.
But also just excited. Anytime I get a chance to meet fans that know what I do and like what I do, respect what I've done, I'm happy to do that.
Absolutely. You were speaking about people like if a promoter called you regarding some fans some wrestlers that you might want to work with. Who are some of those people that you might want to work with that you maybe not have worked with in the past?
There's a lot.
There's a lot?
There's a few that's top of the list, but I'll wait for the promoters to call and see if they want to do it.
There we go. In the past, who are some of the people that you've enjoyed working with the most? Some people that you might have learned some extra things from?
Just being in the ring, I said Hurricane. Hurricane and Tommy Dreamer, like it was when I went to ECW, and them cats, I think they kind of give me a new boost in the character. So with Kendrick, I was the silent type with a very, you know, menacing look. With them, I got to learn how to interact with the fans, because the fans are yelling at me. I'm like, dude, y'all can't yell. Like, I'm a monster. And they get into the the point where it became more vocal, it became more domination. And so Hurricane, Tommy Dreamer really helped me to find that niche. But then there's also this Matt Hardy, and I had some awesome matches on live events. Freaking Christian, I could never take anything away from Christian, because Christian, we wrestled for about 3 months straight, and I learned so much from that guy, you know what I mean? So, and I got a chance to have William Regal on the outside of the ring watching my matches and helping me later, you know what I mean? So just anytime you're in the ring with somebody, whether it's somebody new like Wade Barrett or somebody who's experienced as Christian, you know, you learn something different about each person. I just enjoyed it as a fan.
Absolutely. Where can the fans get in touch with you? Twitter, Facebook?
I'm on Twitter is at Zeke WWE. On Instagram is at Physique, PHYSZEKE. Facebook, I think, is Zeke Jackson.
Not too much on Facebook. Okay.
I'm more of a Twitter. I like the quick interaction.
Quick interactions, absolutely.
And, my website again is www.physique.com. And I'm that guy that's on Twitter that talks to everybody.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You ask me a question and you're legit about it or genuine, that's what I look for. Don't just ask me for a follow or a retweet just because. Yeah. That's cliche. Talk to me like a human being, and I'll respond like one.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate the interview, quick interview and stuff like that.
Thank you, man.
This is Nick Tallarico, the Beard, reporting for Damage 365 Radio.
Cool, man.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. That was a great interview done by Nick the Beard. Nick, I think that was your first interview, correct?
Yes, first solo interview, yep.
All right, congratulations. Good job, good job.
No, I mean, Zeke was a cool guy. He gave me some insight into just where he wants to go and some wrestlers that he really enjoyed working with and how he really just wants to give back to a lot of the younger wrestlers as well.
Well, I mean, like interviewing is a thing that's not easy. I mean, obviously talking to some guys makes it easier. You know, they're easier to talk to. They make it where it just feels like a normal conversation. You kind of forget the microphone is there, and you know, some are not very good with the interview. We've had guests and basically young guests, where it was kind of like pulling teeth to get information out of them. You know, they're not used to it, and they're not used to talking about themselves and promoting themselves.
Exactly.
You know, it's to be good with the microphone is a thing that it's a gift, and that's why we always talk about the tools of wrestling. It's not only in the ring performing, it's a lot of times the microphone in your hand and what's coming out of your mouth, which can make or break your career. If you sound like a bumbling idiot, nobody's going to take your in-ring tactics serious. If you're a master with the microphone, you could be a bad wrestler and people will still enjoy what you do in the ring.
Exactly. You can always. It's all about repetition too, because you see a lot of guys in the business right now who may not be good on the mic right away, but if you work with the right people and you build yourself up, you can learn to. You're not going to be a 10 out of 10, a 5-star promo guy, but you can learn to be good enough to make it in the business with a little bit of work.
Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely correct. And I just want to get into a little something that kind of arose this past weekend. I was in Florida, and I got a kind of a weird message from I'm not going to name the wrestling site on Facebook, asking me to come on their show to promote our show. And, you know, here I am assuming that, you know, they wanted me to promote Damage 365 Radio. And I got on the air, and they introduced me as someone affiliated with Superstars of Wrestling, and caught me off guard. And I saved the bit and didn't bomb it, you know, because we have been to some SWF shows. So, you know, I kind of spoke from experience. You know, we went to one show, we had a good time. The talent pool was good. They had a lot of former ECW stars there, and you know, they put on a good show and a good turnout. And you know, I basically spoke from that experience. And then they were supposed to have this really big show this weekend in Rahway, New Jersey, and that's what they were asking me about. And why they put on a show the same day or the same weekend as a PWS Super Show. You know, it was supposed to be, actually the show was supposed to be today.
Yeah.
And from what we read, it absolutely bombed. There was 47 to 50 people in attendance. The owner was nowhere to be found, and it's a shame, because this pretty much could be the end of Superstars of Wrestling. And
it possibly could, unfortunately. I mean,
and people say, well, that's great for the other wrestling federations, and it's not like baseball, where if you eliminate some really bad teams, it'll better the league's competition because now you get rid of the watered-down talent. Indie needs as much wrestling leagues as possible, because if you have, say, a wrestling league like JCW, okay, you can only have so deep of a pool of talent, because you can't put on a show long enough to get all your talent out there.
Exactly.
So you need other leagues to be able to let these guys shine somewhere else. And now you're going to have all these guys, some of these guys. I mean, some of them wrestle at different shows, but the ones who are like mainstays on their show, now they got to look for a job elsewhere. And because of what happened, they kind of might be typecasted. Like, oh, you're with Superstars of Wrestling, we heard what happened, so no thanks. You know what I mean?
And it's also the indies. It's not like they're in the WWE where you're in the WWE. A lot of these indie guys, the way that they're improving in the ring and the way that they're going to show that they can make it in the big time is by wrestling in multiple indie promotions at the same time. Some of these guys are wrestling Friday, Saturday, and Sunday just to get their names out every single week to try and get somebody to notice them.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to benefit other shows in New Jersey. I don't want to name all of them, but, it's going to benefit those shows because now the talent pool is going to kind of, it's going to thin out, and it's going to be less watered down, and you're going to have guys that were wrestling, say, for Superstars of Wrestling, now they're not going to be there, less chances of them getting hurt, and now they'll be a little bit more loyal to some of their other shows, and it's just a bad situation all the way around, and, I hope they can, clean things up and they're able to facelift what's left, because this is a bad situation when something like this happens and the owner just disappears. That's kind of the beginning of the end. I mean, what happened with American Championship Wrestling, where they had the ring showed up 5 hours late, they had a bad turnout, some of the talent didn't show up, stuff like that's going to happen your first show. You got some people maybe colluding against each other, and shit like that happens, and it's cutthroat. It's a competitive business. Don't get me wrong. So everybody's out to make money, not to lose or share money. So I hope things work out for them. If not, it sucks, and I hope it works out for the wrestlers themselves. And it's just I don't know. It's kind of a somber thing, but it is what it is. I mean, it's part of the business. But let's get into our Al Snow interview. I hope everybody did pee first before this segment. There's going to be 12 minutes of 30 seconds of just absolute ridiculousness. And like I said, if you...
Please enjoy.
Yeah, enjoy, and maybe bring your phone or computer to the bathroom to pee while you're listening, because it's going to make you pee. So, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy Al Snow's ridiculousness.
We're live at Legends of the Ring in Monroe, New Jersey, and we are with ECW legend Al Snow and Head. Al, welcome to Legends. You having fun?
Oh, God. I'm telling you, if I felt any better, I would make myself a drug and snort me. That's just how awesome this whole day has been. It's just been tremendous.
I think a lot of your fans are probably upset that you're not on Facebook with your hourly jokes that you posted.
Well, they're not hourly, but whenever I happen to be trapped in an airport or somewhere where I'm bored, then I have time on my hands. It's either that or masturbate. So, and with it being in public, I can't do that. So, trust me. You know the Golden Corral, and they say you can stick anything in the Chocolate Wonderfall? That's BS. Okay? Total crap.
Well, we're not a family show, so don't worry about it.
Okay. And clearly, that's a family restaurant.
Yeah, well, clearly.
I said it was false advertising. They said you could stick anything in the Chocolate Wonder Fall.
You send letter to corporate. See what they do. Show up there. Don't even send them a letter. Show up.
Get a free meal at least. I swear.
Okay, I don't even know what to say to that. I'm lost. For once, I'm lost for words. The guy doesn't shut up. So, what's coming up in 2014 for Al Snow?
Well, I've started doing Magic for the Blind. It's awesome. I'm telling you, they are such a wonderful audience. They really are. You'll be surprised, but they love card tricks. You know? I just have to say ta-da after every trick. They don't know anything happened. It's like, is this your card? I don't know. It is. Ta-da. Oh my God, how does he do it? You know? So.
What about wrestling-wise?
Oh, wrestling-wise? I'm going to be wrestling at PWS tonight, or special guest refereeing, I guess. I guess I'm going to wear a helmet while I'm refereeing. You know what they say about what makes Windows taste sweeter, an extra chromosome. Anyway, then next week I'll be at the Eternicon in Long Island. Then TNA's pay-per-view.
What days are you going to be at Eternicon?
On Saturday.
Saturday?
Yeah, Sunday I have to go to Dallas for the pay-per-view from TNA. So, and then Bethlehem, Pennsylvania for the TNA TV tapings. I'll be there too. So, it's good. I mean, I keep busy, and it makes it hard for the FBI to track me. So, take it from me, boys. As long as they don't find the bodies in the basement, they don't have a case. Lumberyard's always got Saccharine on sale. You're not just hiding evidence; you're learning a valuable masonry trade. Little tip from your Uncle Al. Kind of like going to a strip club. Always stop by the bank, get $2 bills. They look like 20s in that light. You spent 6, they thought they had 60, you had a great time.
Who needs Facebook? Well,
what?
I don't know.
We should just do weekly shows with Al Snow.
Well,
we really should.
We really should.
I can give you your own segment. You can call from the airport, go to Corral.
We know the airport thing. I mean, I got to keep busy. Next thing you know, we're Golden Corral.
Just still going kids' 90s.
Still gets me hot. Yeah. That takes on a whole different connotation. Hey, and listen, pedophiles aren't that bad. I mean, they do drive slow in school zones. So. Like John Wayne Gacy, he was a hard worker and he was a homeowner. So.
I'm just really glad this is not like TV.
Yeah, me too. I look horrible.
Well,
I've had a cold for like a week.
I don't know if you want this to stop because it's getting funny every 30 seconds.
Well, I mean, we can keep going.
Until Richie starts throwing shit.
Yeah, until he has a stroke or something. A 28-year-old guy is walking around with a hurricane. What the hell?
Have you stepped on his foot yet?
Not yet. Bitch is enough as it is. But, he gets his butt screwed on all tight. He gets all worked up.
Well, I did see he managed to give his hurricane to the hurricane.
Yes,
that was pretty clever.
That was clearly gimmick infringement. Clearly.
John, you got anything to add?
Not at all.
I'm done.
Nothing? Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. I'm thinking of doing porn for the blind. I think I'd really excel at that, too. Not, for the sighted, it would be horrible. But, I could be hung like a horse if you couldn't see me. They say beauty's only a light switch away. Click, you're hot. Oh, click, you're not.
That's better than my putting the flag over her head, do it for America.
Yeah. Got to be patriotic sometimes, Yeah. There's no I in team unless you're Mexican and your name's Tim. That's like saying Jesus loves you is a nice thing to say around here, but not in a Mexican prison.
That was on your Facebook the other day, wasn't it?
I don't know. It might have been.
It might have been on your Facebook. It might have been on your Facebook.
I don't know. It's like when they ask you, what steps would you take in emergency? Apparently, giant was not the right answer.
At work, we use a similar line to that. I got a really dirty look for saying that as well.
Yeah.
What steps? Rapid ones.
Who would you call in case of emergency on the application? 911, stupid.
Yeah.
Why would I call my wife? God.
There was an application.
All she's going to do is tell you to call 911.
There was an application online that somebody posted. They were applying for a YMCA gym membership, and it said, "How did you learn? How did you find us?" And somebody wrote the Village People. Oh my God.
We mark him off special locker room.
Anything else
we talked about Facebook. You can follow me on there. You can follow me on Twitter as The Real Al Snow. Yes, I know, there were fake ones. And I wrote them and told them, if you're going to fake being a celebrity, aim higher. Jesus Christ. I mean, God, you set the bar low enough. I mean, I would be like Neil Armstrong or Lucille Ball or Abraham Lincoln. I'm not going to be Al Snow, for Christ's sake. I don't even want to be me. Why the hell do you want to be me? There were fake accounts. I'm like, yeah, God, you got to be kidding me. So now I'm verified, so it don't matter.
Oh, that's good.
Get the little blue check mark.
Verified, certified.
Yeah, it's almost like getting a proctological exam. Except for when the doctor's checking it and you can feel both his hands on your shoulders as he's doing it. Then it's date night. You ever want to get a panel van and just, like a white panel van and paint Carpe Diem on the side? Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Seize the day.
I think the first interview we had with you at GCW, you were all calm.
Oh, yeah.
Not one joke.
Yeah.
It scared the crap out of us.
Sexual offenders, right? Should admire them because most people wait and want for sex. They go out and make things happen. If you were to sell candy, if you were to sell a Snickers bar to a retarded kid and he had diabetes, would that be considered murder? I don't know. Tough call.
Might be accessory to murder.
It could be.
Or assisted suicide.
Assisted suicide, yeah.
This is bad.
That's bad.
I'm contributing to delinquency. But you have a guest.
Just fantastic. How are you?
A little better, but I still have the fever. The coughing is subsided, but the fever is still there.
Yeah, Tammy, Sonny and I have been sharing a cold. Not that we shared it to get it, but which would have been far more fun than just
making out too much.
Yeah, swapping spit. Hey, look, I got a bottle of chloroform and a roll of duct tape. It's date night. You know what I mean? Christmas is like hunting season. Parking lots are full.
You should have heard us in the car last night. We're both like, it was horrible.
Guys, I really appreciate this interview, even though you've not really spoken much and you've not really asked me any questions.
I can't catch my breath. I can't catch my breath when you're the sick one. So
we can give you a microphone for 45 minutes and we wouldn't have to say a word because
it would be like joke hour with Al Snow. Our ratings would be ridiculous.
Ridiculously bad.
We would definitely have to click the explicit button.
Yeah.
I don't think I've cursed it yet.
No. Yeah, we'll leave it.
Yeah, not yet.
We might want to keep it away from the FBI, like you said, though.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, that America's Most Wanted thing does nothing for your career. People are like, I saw you on TV. Yeah, that again. Oh,
I mean, we got.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, because of time restraints, we have to cut that about a little less than 3 minutes short. And as you can hear, Al Snow is he's nuts.
His words don't justify what it was like to sit there with him while he was speaking. I wish it was on videotape because I wish everybody could see both Kevin and mine's reaction.
That's what Destiny said. Destiny goes, I wish I had a video camera for the looks on your faces.
Just, ladies and gentlemen, please go right to your local Golden Corral in protest of Al Snow. Please do it.
On his behalf, get him a free gift card.
Get Al Snow a free meal.
Oh my God! But at some point, the next couple of days, the entire interview of all our guests from Legends will be available on our Facebook page, facebook.com/damage365, and getting to the time to wind down show number 1, and so we can wind it back up for show number 2. My ribs are hurting just because of yesterday, and now they're hurting even more from laughing. Oh my God. Okay, let's focus, guys. Okay. Coming in show number 2, we'll talk a little bit about another convention coming our way in Queens. It's called Eternal Con. We'll have, hopefully, he gives us a call, President Frank Patz. Also interviews with Rhyno, Kasey Ray, Sarita, and Rosita. So, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned, and we'll be back in a flip side of about 5 minutes or so. We'll see you in a little bit.